Oh, good girl, Jelly. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Good. Very
Good girl.
Good. Good girl. Good. Now she's just using her nose. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Just stay right there for just a second until I have her come back. Yeah, it's a good girl.
Good girl.
Very good.
Now she's checking to see if you did any business.
Right. Now we're just going to have her do the same thing.
Right.
So she's just going to do the same thing. Just walk on by. Yeah, anywhere you want. Good. Good girl. Good.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Good. Come. Good girl. Good.
Good girl. So now at least you've seen demonstrated what we're talking about.
Right, so here, notice though that I don't get upset with her.
No.
I just tell her she's good.
Yep.
Right here. Good girl.
Yep.
Good. Good girl. But before she goes to that place,
Yep.
we just sort of cap it. Good girl. Good
One of the
girl.
things that
Good.
I've kind of resorted to doing is
Good
if
girl.
I see a dog coming in our direction, is I often go off the path.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I want to show you too.
We'll
let's
cross
say
the
you're
street sometime,
not,
too.
You don't have a place to go, right?
Right.
Right.
So I want to show you one of our best. Jellybean, come. Good girl. Come. Good girl. So notice what I'm doing here.
Yep.
I have her just right here, or you could just have your hand
Yep.
right here.
Yep.
Right? I'm keeping her close. I'm letting her see Dagus. I want her to see Dagus right now. And before she goes to that place, good girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. Okay. Good. Quiet. Good. Good. Good girl. Good.
Now, if you notice, you've been doing little pulls, but
Good.
they're not
So
strong. They're
right,
gentle.
all they are is letting
Little.
her know. I want her to be able to see Dagus. Good.
But I noticed you just put a little tension on it, but you're not like yanking her or anything
Right.
like that. It's just
And
a
so
little.
We just want her to stay at a level 2. We don't want her to go to a level 7, 8, 9.
Right.
If Dagus goes by, we want her just to be able to see him and stay relaxed. Good.
Yeah.
Good girl.
But one of the things that, like, once I go off the path, I will, like, have her sit,
Good.
and then because obviously she can't pop up if
Good.
she, if I do this,
Good
but I
girl.
grab one of her feet and I do something that she likes, which is massaging her foot.
So yeah, and now here, see how calm?
Yep.
That's now
Yeah.
a good girl.
We're going to schedule a second session with Mary while you're here, honey. We got to have two.
So here,
We're going to schedule you for a second session, okay?
And the key
in another couple weeks.
and you'll see, she's going to get better with this. You see already how it's getting a little bit better, a little bit better.
I want her to have practice.
That's right.
And then we can return with you and see if
Absolutely. And we want her to practice this with Jellybean.
Yes.
Which is really important. So I first want to get her in the right frame of mind. So
Yes.
that's what we're doing right now. So we want her to be able to see Dagus. We want her to be able, now notice I'm not far away from her. I'm very close to her. And look how calm, I'm not grabbing, it's very calm. Right? So I have you have your line here so you're safe.
Now what is it that you do when she starts?
Hey. Good. 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 Hey. Don't want to snap it. Hey. Good. Good. Good girl. Hey. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good.
Good girl.
So this is important.
Okay, good girl.
You don't keep tension on this at all. Obviously, I'm putting enough so that she can't slip out of the collar. I don't want her to slip out of the collar.
So you hold it from there so she can't slip out of the collar.
So here, I want her to be able to see Dagus and just stay calm. Good.
But I notice when she starts to do that, you go shh.
That's right, because I want her to go to that settled place.
Yeah.
Good girl, doggy. Good. Good. Good girl. Good.
Well, at least you've seen some good examples of what we're talking about, though.
Yeah, yeah.
We wanted you to see that behavior because it can be distressing. You know?
Well, and if she doesn't do it here, we can't help. We can't.
Well, no,
right.
exactly.
Right?
That's.
If she doesn't display it. Now, if I have her way out here, I give her way too much. I can't give her this much because then she's going to be all over the place. So I make sure that I do have the line close because I want her to be able to see him and just stay relaxed.
Yeah, and a couple of the videos that I sent you, which was from yesterday, we were by a school and there were students that were out for their gym class and they were running, and when we were a fair distance away, she was fine, and then she did that when we got closer.
Right.
And my line was long because I'm like trying to film this to demonstrate.
Absolutely.
You know.
And so you have to do it when you're trying to videotaping it and you're by yourself.
Yeah,
you don't have an option.
No.
You're doing your best.
Yeah.
So here I want you to notice she sees him when he looks at her, that's when she becomes more reactionary. Yeah. So when he's got his back to her, look at her.
Yeah.
Better. Good girl. But I stay close to her because I want her to know that I'm right here. And we are right here together. Yep. Good girl. So here you see she sat, now she laid down.
There we go.
There you go, good girl.
Good
girl.
girl.
She does that, this is like home run.
Well, that's what was great last night with this big new dog.
Yeah.
She just laid right down. Was quiet, she didn't freak out.
That's fabulous.
Got up, they touched noses, they started to play, everything was fine, you know. But you weren't like keeping her from going to see him.
The other thing we want to teach her though is A, maybe you don't want her to go visit another dog, or B, maybe there's a dog that isn't going to be so good.
Well, that's right. We've encountered
right?
certain people who want nothing to do with other dog. They want to stay with their dog. They do not want you to approach them with your dog. You know, these people are kind of snobby. You know what I mean? There's some people who do not welcome your dog coming up to them, and
and you don't know what the dog.
No, you don't.
So notice this right now. She's using her nose.
Yeah.
She's still staying down. Good. Right there. I'm going to give her a little bit of right there. Okay. Good. So did you see where I caught it before it went to a 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah.
You could see she was doing really good. She was smelling.
Yep.
I can't catch her after the it's kind of like trying to catch her when she's already out there. She's already there. She's already at an 8. We've lost her.
Right.
So here I'm just letting her know that I'm right here with her. Good girl. Good girl. I want her to be able to see Dagus, and I want her just to be able to stay relaxed.
This would be good practice for you, honey, because sometimes when these things happen, you kind of freeze up.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like the bulldog incident. You know that.
Tell her about the pit bull. Tell her about
not the pit bull.
Well, tell her about that too. The pit bull. Remember?
Oh, right. Yes. Like we were maybe like where.
Here, Mary. This is
Dagus is, and the corner was like where the sidewalk. and all of it, we were approaching it because there were buildings, so I didn't see this, but all of a sudden this guy goes zooming past on a skateboard, but in front of him was a pit bull that was off leash.
And did it run up to?
No,
Oh,
it
didn't.
was just
Oh.
ran by, and she.
And that startled her and got her excited.
Well, it startled me more than her. She
Yeah.
barely responded.
Oh, she was okay. She was all right with
I
that.
was really, really
Good
happy with
girl.
that.
And yet the bulldog.
The bulldog was a different story. We were coming through, like, where we come through from the car to his apartment. I call it the tunnel. And there's, like, straight ahead is, like, the stairs that goes to, like, the middle section. And then there's
Good.
bikes. And as I'm approaching, I didn't see the dog at first. And she did. And so she wanted to say hi. And I was like, no. And I kind of got the vibe that the guy didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
And so I, like,
Good
touched her
girl.
collar. And as soon as I
Good.
touched her collar, she did what she did, and I'm like trying to control her.
Right. So sometimes notice that I gave the touch before she went to
Right.
a 5.
You did.
Right. I didn't wait till she was already, because what can happen? It's kind of like
It escalates and then it's
it's almost like here's the match. Oh, the kerosene is leaking.
it's
and
a little late
Right.
if the
Whereas if I could touch it before the leakage
match hits
comes
the
out,
kerosene, yeah,
Right.
right.
If I could cap it before the kerosene squeaks out,
Ignites.
We're good.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's like we're capping it.
Yeah.
So here, good girl, good girl. So here, and the more she sees the person who's holding the line do this, the more then she can say, okay, I can relax. Because what she's seeing in this situation here is nothing bad happened to her, even though we capped her. We asked her, don't explode, just relax.
So it's important for you to get a couple fingers under that,
Yeah,
the,
so
the
it's
upper
here.
part of the.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh,
Like
okay.
as soon as I see a dog
Right.
approaching, I immediately pull her close
Good.
Right.
and I put my fingers in.
Good.
You know.
But then the shh and the,
Good.
Yeah.
you know.
Good girl, Jellybean. Good. Good girl. Good.
Good girl.
So here, she was more relaxed, so I gave her a little bit more room, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the difference, though. I'm not holding this like, oh my God, here comes the dog.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I just have it here in case I can see, right? Oh, I'm gonna lose her for a second, and then I just give her that little bit of information, but I don't keep the information.
So the calmer we can remain,
Correct.
it helps her pick up on
That's
that.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done,
That's
yes.
where Darlene's been
Just put
harping
some of
on me
that cheese whiz in your mouth. Oh, okay.
Darlene's been harping on you what?
about my leash handling skills.
It is not easy. You
No,
know,
and
it
it
is
is-
hard.
Can we
It
work
is
on some of that
hard,
too?
absolutely.
Leash handling
And-
skills?
And you know, it's
Good
funny though,
girl.
'cause, like when she's in her harness,
Good girl.
I barely hold on to the
She's a different dog when
Yeah,
she's
well,
on
and
duty,
I
when
handle
she's on her
the
harness.
leash, you know, and I handle, and I know, I you know, because Darlene took me without her in her harness and anything, and you handle the leash differently when she's in her harness and then when she's out.
How many incidents do you run into that are difficult when she's in her harness and you're out with her on
There's
duty?
only been a couple.
Only a couple. And there's dozens of incidents when she's not in her harness. She's a
But
different
that's only
dog.
been in the
She's
last 2 weeks.
yeah, but even prior to that
Would you
though, she's
say,
a different
though,
dog when she's
most of the time then when she's in a harness she doesn't have these responses.
No, she doesn't.
So then
yeah,
maybe
she's
having
quite a
her
different
wear the harness a lot is not a bad idea if it
Well,
makes her
when
psychologically
she takes her
feel
out
better.
in Canada, when she's out, and it's here too to some degree, she's often in her harness. And she is whenever we take her to any place other than on a walk to do her business or to the dog park where she's not in her harness. Every other time when we take her out to any public place, restaurant, shopping center, anything like that, she's always in her harness. And she's an angel.
Well, this is
She's an angel when she's
so
in her.
here,
So
I'm going to ask her. Let's go. Go to your spot.
it's quite amazing. She knows that her harness means she's, you know, on duty. And she's way different.
Good girl. Good girl.
Got some good music there, Irene?
Good girl.
Slightly in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what does this tell me?
Yeah,
And
much.
because what she will do what now?
Focus on you.
And what's she doing? Good. She's eating.
She's what? She's
Eating.
eating.
So when a dog is over threshold, forget food. It isn't going to happen.
Right.
Now we worked on this a little bit to get her to a spot where she could maintain. Good girl. And now we have her at work. So now even though Degas is moving around, right, and I'm not quite as close to her, I'm using the food good. Good. And I'm going to do my rotation with her. Good. Good.
And next time for variety, can you bring Gracie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Good girl.
Try out different, you know, yeah, a larger dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good girl.
Although Dagus has been a great
Good
test
girl.
case here because she certainly responded
She did all the
She's
stuff
gonna
she's
react to
supposed
every
to.
dog differently.
differently. Yeah, exactly.
Now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get you to practice what I just did.
Okay.
All right. So step one will be, let's try to make it easiest for her by putting her on her first. Now, if you feel more comfortable with the shorter leash, put the shorter leash on, because this is a lot more to handle.
Yeah.
So I just do it because I use it all the time, but you can see I made it small. So if it feels more comfortable having the smaller one on, just do that. And then yep, you're just going to continue to do what you're doing. Give a little bit more distance in the beginning though, just a little bit more distance for her. And then anytime you want her to go on that, then you'll just reward her with some of the treats. That's all. Getting her comfortable being on that one. You cannot say she's a good girl enough. I mean,
Right.
it sounds like a broken, but we're conditioning this
Good
word.
girl. Good
You're
girl.
doing a great job. Please keep doing it.
Yeah, great.
You really
Good
can't-
girl.
You can't overdo the good part, because the other thing is when you're telling her she's good, you're staying calmer. It just helps you to stay calm. When we get nervous, we tend to get quiet, and then we get still, and then the dog reads all that, and then we've got combustion.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yes.
so that helps us just to focus on
Combustion,
breathing,
like your
relaxing.
kerosene analogy.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's like just breathe and relax.
Yeah.
Just breathe. The thing is, she's safe. We're all here. No one can get injured. We have her safe on a line. I mean, everything's
Yep.
variables are all in good place for her and for you. The reason that I have you rotate is because when you rotate, that's okay. So she just gets back on again. No big deal. The reason that I have her rotate is because when we move, then she technically can look at Dagus. So if she follows us and she goes with us, yay for us. But by us moving, technically, her face could be then focusing on Dagus. So we're just teaching her to stay focused, not really blocking her from seeing him. No, it's not like we're doing this the whole song and then we're moving. She moves with us, fabulous. But this also gives her a platform in which to stay on while working with the dog that's in the vicinity. So it teaches her to work in the presence of another dog without getting excited.
Now, doing this with the food and everything, isn't this like keeping her distracted from him?
Well, what it's doing is every time she tells her she's good, she reinforces. It's all classical conditioning. Good,
okay.
good food, good food. So we want good to mean like
Right.
wonderful things are happening for her. Nothing bad happens to her. She's like, I like this now. I like that. Nothing happens. And now you see how she's offering a different behavior as well. That tells me she's even more relaxed now. Because now she's paying attention to you. She wants to give you a high five.
Yeah.
She's more relaxed. She's not so concerned about Dagus and Irene. So this is a much better emotional state of mind.
Wait, what? All this?
All this. So she came off the platform. She let her have a treat. She let her go get water. Now she's actually walking away from Dagus. She knows Dagus is right there. Now she's actually walking away. That's fabulous. So Irene will just keep moving with her. Just kind of keep parallel after it goes parallel.
Yeah.
See if she can just stay relaxed. She starts to do that little eye and just stay That's right. And notice we could have moved in the distance because that's behavior adjustment training. So that was good. Did you see that?
Yeah.
She looked and she came up more distance. Yay. Beautiful. Because this is an alternative behavior than getting excited about him. This is beautiful. This is good too.
Yeah.
Because if she'll do this in the presence of another dog, fabulous.
That means she's relaxed,
While she's on
obviously.
leash,
Right.
take care of that.
Okay.
You just keep going and doing your thing. I got you covered. But that's
Excellent.
actually really good, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
the dog that's over threshold.
Is not going to do her
Not the
business.
presence of
No.
another dog.
No.
So
Because
these are all
because
very
she's vulnerable
nice. That's correct.
at a moment like that.
That's exactly right.
Right.
This is beautiful what she just did.
Wonderful.
Take it. We'll take it.
Well, that's the first time I've ever heard that called beautiful. It's beautiful what she just did.
Well,
We'll
we'll take it.
take it. Good girl, Jelly.
That's exactly right. There you go. So she's not bad. She's just, you're going to basically tell her, good girl. Good girl, Jellybean. Good. Good girl, Jellybean. Good. That was nice. That was perfect timing on your part, by the way. That was good. That was perfect. Right? So she got her before she went to that, before she got to a 5.
Yep.
Good girl. Good girl, Jellybean. Good. So there's a nice replacement behavior. So when a dog looks at another dog and then starts smelling the grass, that's a replacement behavior. That's
Right.
one we want to see.
Right.
Right? We don't want her to see Dagus, get more stiff, and then go to the
Right.
bark, lunge, all
Of
that
course.
nonsense.
Don't walk her there, honey.
honey.
Yeah.
Good girl, Jellybean. Good
Uh-huh.
girl. And don't forget to tell her she's good, because we cannot tell our dog. Because right now she's doing what we want.
Yes.
We want to reinforce that verbiage so that continues to be classically conditioned.
You telling her, honey? Good.
Girl.
Good girl.
Good job, Jellybean.
Good girl, Jellybean.
One thing that I also have been doing
Good
is when she
girl.
looks at me,
Uh-huh.
I tell her good check-in.
Good girl.
Oh, good check-in.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Good job, Jellybean. Good girl. That's good. Because again, we want to keep her happy. We
Uh-huh.
want to keep her emotional state of mind just happy. We want to keep her spirits in a safe, happy place.
Right.
So you're doing that. That's lovely. And again, this has all been done without her running over and meeting Dagus.
Right.
Right? Because we need to be able to do that. This dog will give her stink eye.
Yeah, that's a chow, isn't it? They can be, they can be confrontational. They can. Good girl.
Good girl, Jellybean.
Good girl, Jellybean.
Good girl.
Good girl, Jellybean.
She's getting double because she gets Vegas too.
Yep.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Now that could set her off because look at how the dog got excited.
Uh-huh,
See how
yeah.
The dog got excited.
Yeah.
And then you got kids. Let's just add let's just put it all in here today.
Yeah.
Our car, we gotta hit the restroom and our car's on back. So you can follow me. So that's one of the reasons I do not like. Unleash him, Irene. Unleash him. There you go. That's one of the reasons I do not like.
Right. Those
She's
retractable.
using it for what?
Yeah.
For our training.
Retractable.
Right? Retractables.
Yeah.
Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Jellybean.
Hello.
Good.
You're participating in our training without realizing it. No. We want you. You're participating. This is good. This is exactly what we're looking for.
So now what we do for her, we go that because that's fair, right? That's pretty darn close. Now let's
Yeah.
take her this way. Let's go.
We're working on her leash frustration.
Again, in fairness,
She's doing really good too. She's not going berserk. It is big improvement. Thank you. That was a good thing. Good
now,
girl,
we want to
Jellybean.
have her come within 3 feet of her in the beginning because that really wouldn't be fair to her. That
Right.
was fabulous though.
Wasn't that great?
Your timing,
She didn't go crazy at all.
your timing was perfect.
Ah,
You
nice.
saw how she responded.
Nice.
She responded really nice.
To the left? Okay. Okay.
And here, part of her reward is you're letting her smell the roses, so to speak.
Great.
Hopefully that would send her into
Oh yeah. She was.
Oh, she becomes very reactive to dogs that don't show proper manners. You know, if they bark at her, she.
Yeah,
But her dog was good, actually.
yeah.
That's amazing for a chow.
Eye contact. And
Yeah, but not a lot.
settled,
That's.
And she settled, but your timing was perfect. That was the difference.
Your timing was perfect, honey. Yay! You did good.
If you want to see her act quirky, have her go and stand.
Have her go where?
She doesn't like her feet.
No,
She loves it.
She loves it.
She goes bonkers in a good way. She loves it. It's a treat for her. Like snow. Boy, you should see her in the snow.
Sand in the dog park now.
Nothing in the world she loves more than snow.
Really?
Oh God,
Oh, yeah, I
yes.
did see footage of you.
You saw the footage. Yeah, she's.
I didn't see that.
We call her Jelly the Snow Dog.
Yeah, like during last winter, she would beg to go outside and just sit out there.
And she bounds in the snow. She just leaps and jumps and rolls in the snow. She loves it. She disappears in the snow.
There's a video.
She burrows.
I have, or not a video, a picture where she's covered in snow
Aw.
because it was snowing and she's just laying there.
Oh, so is that the dog park over there? Ah,
She's already getting, you see how she's already getting amped?
yeah,
So
a little.
here is a good spot to start her. So we'll put the pad right here, because there's dogs right here. You can already see she's a little amped, and we're going to see.
Yeah, she started pulling me. That's why I started.
So that's why she's already telling us that this is a good spot. Good girl. Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, great. My boxer, this is exactly how we started. Exactly what we're doing right now.
Yep.
Because she was incredibly reactive.
Was she?
So we started over there.
Ah.
We worked, but we were way over there in the beginning, and then we worked our way up.
Yep.
Had a place pad. We worked on our place pad. So here she's learning to work in the park while on leash under distractions. And she's handling it well. If she was losing her marbles, then we'd have to backtrack a little bit. But
Right.
she's handling it well.
Yes,
And
she
she's
is.
still under threshold. She's still willing to work. And she's in the presence of dogs that are walking by.
Yep.
So this one is off leash, so I'll just keep an eye on it.
That one looks like a fox.
It's a Shiba Inu.
It's a what?
Shiba Inu.
It's a Shiba Inu. She knows all the breeds now.
You do, you learn them, huh?
Yeah, she does.
Now, you'll notice, see, she has zero control over her dog right now.
Yeah.
She had to grab it. She
Right.
tried twice to call it, and the dog's still not responding to her.
Right.
And that's why you never take them off leash.
Right.
You're kidding yourself to think you have control,
Yeah.
unless you have them on a long line or. So it's same thing.
No,
There you go. Good girl. Good. Good boy. That's okay. He's good. There you go. Just tell him he's really good. I'd praise him because he gets you. Oh, got it. So that was good. Good. Good girl.
Dexter.
Good girl.
Great show. One of my favorites.
Good. Good girl. Good girl. So she got a jackpot for that. That was awesome. High five. Thank you very much. Real world.
Yeah.
Beautiful, and she did beautiful.
Yeah.
Because that's real world, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing that's important, remember when she finally got her dog, it's important that she tells him he's wonderful. Because if she punishes that, the next time he's probably not gonna do it.
Right.
Good girl. Jelly? Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. So you see how close Stegus is?
Yeah. Good girl.
Fabulous.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Good job, Jellybean. And again, we cannot praise her enough. She's in the hot seat right now. She's
Yeah.
in a circle of many dogs going by, and these are the things that usually set her in motion. So this is great.
Jelly.
Good girl. Good girl.
Well, what's nice is we've been seeing steady improvement instead of diminishment.
Correct. Right.
She's
And
not
this
deteriorating. She's
could
not deteriorating. She's not
when you get
deteriorating. She's
more
getting
than-
better.
That's right. So we watch her body language very carefully,
Aw, good girl.
but your response to her is wonderful. It's tradition.
Yep, it
It's
is.
a family tradition.
It is.
Girl Jellybean. And do you see her demeanor?
Oh,
You see her demeanor. Look at her body language. Look at her demeanor. She's like,
yeah,
I love this Happy Howie stuff.
absolutely.
'Cause I don't have time for all these dogs around here. I
Yep.
got Happy Howies to enjoy.
Yeah, is that what they're called? Happy Howies?
Happy Howie.
Happy
Well, it's a
Howies.
roll, and then you
It's
just
a roll.
cut it
Oh,
up.
okay.
So Happy Howies is a roll,
Yeah,
but you can see it's clean.
yeah.
It doesn't stick in your hands.
Where do you get that?
You can go to happyhowies.com,
Oh,
or I have them in the back of the car. But I order them from happyhowies.com.
oh, okay, cool.
At home, it's called rollover.
Oh, rollover.
Yeah, I used to use Natural Balance,
Right.
but then Natural Balance they changed the.
And it's crumbly now. Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't like it anymore.
No.
So I went to
Happy
this
Howie.
one. Look, there's no
No,
no residue.
no, it's not clean.
Yeah, it's very clean, and she likes it. You can see she digs it.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she sniffed something.
What
And
flavor?
that's
What
okay,
flavor is that?
That's lamb.
Lamb.
I just use the lamb because usually when dogs have allergies,
Lamb is safe. Yeah.
I tried turkey. I just didn't think the dogs liked it that much.
Uh huh.
I think the best response I've seen is the lamb,
Right.
so I just stick with lamb. They have beef, chicken, turkey.
Right. The usual compliment.
But what I like about this is it's not messy.
Right.
You still refrigerate it, the same as the Natural Balance. When you open it, you refrigerate it. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to move her just a teeny bit closer.
Okay.
Not a ton, again, but we're just little by little, we're going to bring her closer to the heart.
I think we could move her even closer, don't you? A little bit?
No, she's like not even engaged
Oh.
in.
Oh, all right.
Time.
Okay.
Time is on our side. And this way she just gets to relax. There you go, there. Now you're getting a response from her. That's off leash.
Oh.
We're just going to keep our eye on it.
Okay, off leash.
See if he has the power to keep his dog with him. Good girl. So you saw we were able to block, right? We were able to block enough, but obviously not not enough to stop him from going to see Vegas. Now see, Irene's got to keep that leash from getting
Yeah.
up. He wants to play. That's play. Did you see how?
Yeah,
But,
sure.
So there was that play. Now you keeping her on her game right there. That's beautiful. Because this is really hard for her because now she got to see that little guy and Degas playing, and she's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna go up there.
Because her favorite thing is
But
going to play with
what
other
you're doing right now. Right on, girl.
Say that again.
Nice job. That's beautiful.
Say that again.
Right on, girl. That's beautiful.
There we go.
What you're doing is
Positive reinforcement for her too.
look at Jellybean. Look at the
Yeah, I
body
know.
language.
I
And that was
know.
a dog that ran by her and ran and played with Degas. And you're on it. You're just so on it. It's awesome. It's beautiful.
Proud of both of you.
That's right. So
Proud
now
of both of
see if
you.
you can get her on her mat. So this would be a little harder because the dog's going to come flying by again. Good. Now see, she may or may not go on her mat, but you're holding her accountable. That's beautiful. Yay! Good for you.
Good girl. Good girl, Jelly.
And
What a
that's-
good
and
girl.
That's a dog flying right by you.
Wow, that was impressive.
That was good. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was nice.
Very impressive.
Very, very good.
Very
That
impressive.
was pretty good.
Yeah,
The dog flew right by Jellybean. She kept her right on her game. Yeah.
she did great.
Nice. You just kept her in control while on leash.
Yep, you sure did.
It's okay to be on leash, but you can still be calm in your presence. That's all I'm teaching her to do. And if honestly, if Jellybean was really, really, really reactive to dogs, we couldn't start. We would not be here at this moment in time. We would
Right.
have to really start with behavior adjustment training, where we start from a distance and we move away. But she's beyond. She's in a better place than a dog that might start really being reactive, and the fact that she can go into a dog park. And
I think the fact that we've been able to train with you at this point in time is just, it's like way ahead of the game. We're nipping the problem in the bud.
Absolutely. Because you're not dealing with the dog. And again, we kind of put it under control over there.
Yep.
And it's only gotten better and better as she's working her right now.
Yeah. So the timing was perfect, honey. We nipping the problem in the bud instead of waiting for it to become,
See, this takes practice,
you know.
right? It takes practice.
It's like with any training.
Absolutely.
It's a lifetime, and that's the thing that I you know, now come to
Good
appreciate.
girl. But do you see
And so people who
how-
don't train their dogs and they just let something go like that, it gets to a point where it becomes ingrained behavior, and
Well,
then
here's
it's
here's
then the dog is
other-
always going to do
That's
that.
right. And here's the other problem: is that a lot of times people will only correct, and then they don't give the dog.
And he praised the balance.
So
Di-
right.
Discipline, praise.
Lots
Discipline,
of-
praise.
That's why we're giving her
Yep.
lots of reinforcements for being out here, being near other dogs.
Yep.
So it only hasn't just been no correction, and then now she has to sit there and get
correction,
frustrated.
correction, good response, treat,
Correct.
and praise.
Right. So you've
Yeah.
corrected a little. and
Yeah.
that's why we talk about, we are correcting her from going to a 5, 6, 7 where she can't get out of that.
Right.
But then we're also doing lots and lots and lots of reinforcement, so that she
Right.
does feel good in the presence of being on
Yeah.
a leash while
Yes.
passing other dogs.
We've had 3 or 4 on dogs off leash running around her, and she did not go crazy at all. You did good, honey.
Doesn't it feel good though? Does it
It
feel
does.
good?
It really, really
Because
does.
then you feel different, right? And
Yeah.
then when you feel different, she feels different. Good girl. See how you just, right there, you did it. Look what just went by. Girl. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Set her into motion, right?
Oh, normally.
And that's trigger stacking. So we have dog, bite.
Oh yeah, normally.
All those triggers could then all
Yeah.
of a sudden set her
Normally
into
she'll go
motion.
nuts over a guy on a bike, and you know.
So that, again, we're
Yeah.
already late.
Not every time.
No,
but
no.
sometimes.
Yeah.
That
But
can
under
be
the
one
right
of her triggers.
circumstances like this right here. you
That can be one of her triggers. Yeah.
keying in on the dog. Good girl.
Yeah.
Good girl, Jellybean. Good girl.
She's leaning against me.
Yeah, right? Good girl. So she's got her eye on that dog, but she's maintaining control. Well, here comes another one. She's just getting,
You know what she does when we start getting near the dog park? She will rest her whole weight on the top of she will rest her head on the top of my head as I'm driving, and then put all her weight on. Like
she's
she,
like, are we there yet?
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yeah. And then it gets to the
Hi.
point where I'm like hunched down like this
Right.
behind the wheel.
But also look at her mouth. Her mouth is in a better, right? She's breathing softer.
Yep.
Her eyes are softer, her ears are softer, her tail is in a better place. So you just look at her whole body language right now, it's in a better, it isn't like that whole thing where she goes,
Yeah.
She can tell when she's starting to work up
Yep.
into a state because her breathing changes.
absolutely.
She can tell just from her
Ears,
breathing.
eyes,
Yeah.
breathing,
Yeah.
body
And that's
gets
one thing
stiff,
that
tail.
Darlene has drilled into my head is about body language. Like she'll send me random videos and go, okay, you assess
that.
this.
Assess it. What do you think of
That's
this?
how we
Yeah.
learn, right? We see
Yeah.
different things and that's how we learn, absolutely. And this is a good place for her because you can see she's still trying to maintain herself at this spot. If we took her up there, we
Yep.
might blow her up, right? So we want to always be working to make her a little better, but not over threshold. We want to keep her just in the zone where she can swim in the pool comfortably. We never want to make her feel like she's drowning.
That's right.
And that's the key to this whole thing is we want to create confidence with
Yep.
the whole, it's a very holistic
Yep.
person-doggy partnership.
Hey, honey, what's the joke you heard about dog trainers? What was that?
Oh, you get 3 dog trainers and you'll
Together.
together, and you'll have 2 disagreeing.
It's true.
No, agreeing that
That the
other
third
one
one
wrong.
is wrong.
That's true. And that's the sad part about training is that there's so much out there that's
Well, that's why it's good that she got a good trainer here and a good trainer in Canada, and both of you are in touch and you're aware of what each other is doing, and you're in sync and in tune on a similar
you're-
page, and it's
Gal in Canada,
Darlene.
she also understands it no too, right? She
Oh,
gets
yes.
It's a basically
She sees all your
it's a
videos.
balance.
She sees all this
Okay.
stuff that we're, you know, she's
Good.
and she's always
It's a
loved what
balance.
you've been doing with her, and
Yeah, it's
so
not all just yes, and it's not all just no, but it should be heavier on the yes side.
that's
than the
right.
no side.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yes,
I know. Now look what she's doing on the grass.
I know.
That's another huge pee.
Oh,
And that's a good bark.
yeah, that's a happy bark.
That's all I'm happy.
That's a happy bark.
Yay!
Yay!
That's fabulous. With Degas within, 30 feet of her.
Good girl.
Jelly. That's awesome.
I know.
That's another dog. She can hear. If we hear that, she hears it way before we hear.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so if you hear a dog
Yep.
jumps out of the car and shakes for a second and you hear the dog tags,
Yep.
you already know that she's... Now there's a dog in here. I want you to notice there's a German Shepherd in here, and that dog will spend the entire time running the fence.
Really?
Yeah, notice there's a German Shepherd in there.
Yeah.
And whenever a
Seen it.
small dog comes in, he spends the entire time running the fence after the little dog.
Really?
Yeah. Obsessive. It's obsessive. You'll notice if you
Wow.
just start, now that I've pointed it out, watch
Oh, yeah.
the German Shepherd.
I see that. Wow.
You watch to see if the dog ever really goes and plays with any other dog. Watch what he does.
Yeah, he's just staring at the little dog.
I think it's a female, but
She's
yeah,
staring
this
at the
dog
little...
will
Yeah.
bark at every dog that goes through there and then
Wow.
chase it.
Wow.
Now he can't get to the little dogs because there's a big dog park and a little dog park.
Oh, okay.
But you watch what her behavior is as these dogs come in,
Yeah. Wow.
and where I've never seen her actually really run the park, like just go and hang out with the other dogs.
Right.
She fixates on all the little dogs that come in. You see her right there?
Yep.
And those are things that can set dogs off. Because that's not natural.
Well, the term plays well with others could have been coined to describe little Miss Jelly.
Girl.
She loves to play with every dog in creation. She is so good with
But
them.
again, this is also helping her with impulse control.
Yeah.
But in a good way, right? Because you gave her lots of reinforcements, telling her she's a good girl. So she's getting, and again, now Degas is within 25 feet of her, and look at her. She's doing fantastic. And she didn't get to do a greet. She didn't really get to get in Degas's space.
No.
But this shows you she can do this
Oh yeah.
in the presence of another dog, even though you haven't allowed her to go greet that dog.
Yep. And seeing at home, unfortunately, I don't have a very high dog traffic in my area, so we don't really get to work on
You don't do
this.
a lot of it.
There's no dog park where she lives.
No, they're
Considering you haven't done it much, she's doing great.
yeah.
And
My
you're doing
city's
great.
idea of a dog park is claiming that there's a dog park where there's trails and there's
Or there's
fenced-in
like there's a
area like this.
baseball field. That's the dog park. It's
Yeah.
not fenced in. It's just
Or an area where there's gas lines and they can't build. Or
Yeah.
that's the dog.
that's the dog
Okay.
park. Unofficial.
Good girl, Jellybean.
At some point, can she actually go up to
Yeah,
Degas
when
and meet
you
him?
want her to, you could do it, but then this whole exercise is about, let's
Yeah.
just say there's a dog that you don't want her to meet.
Well,
You don't want her to, because you can see clearly here, you're not keeping her from seeing
No.
Degas. She's following what you're asking.
Yeah. She's.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. You want her to meet?
sure.
Degas, come.
I want to film this historic meeting.
That's a good boy.
Aww.
That's a good boy.
Film the historic occasion. Aww.
Good. Hey. Good. Good. No. Good.
Jelly, come here. This way. This way. Good girl.
Good girl.
Nice, you're a good girl.
Back.
Nice, you're a good girl.
Now, with him, you saw when she sniffed really hard on him.
Yep.
He was like, "Hey," but no hard feelings. You can see, right?
Nope.
So she's fine. She got it. She read it. Now here's another dog that can create a think her, right?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, she's good. Good girl.
Oh.
Like girl. Your spot. Like.
Girl. Please.
Come. Girl. Please.
Good boy. Good boy.
Please.
Good boy.
Sit.
Oh.
So you can see, even with me moving him all around,
She's
She
fine.
started to, but then I was able to get her.
that's her.
Yeah.
You controlled her, even with me having him do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Just get playful with each other.
No, Degas wanted to, because she snipped his butt.
There was just one moment. Yeah, there was just one moment where she started to get a little excited. And then that was it. She controlled her.
Good
It was fine.
That's a good girl. But that was actually really good, because me having him jump off and on a thing, go through and all that, that could, for her, would be like, let's play.
Right.
That was great.
Very.
Now see if with the rest of these, let me give you another handful, if you can get her back on the spot. See if you can get her back on there and working like Vegas, just going on there. Staying focused. Just like when I dropped one.
Yeah.
Mary dropped one, and I'm not going to waste it. Wasting these. Perfect.
Place.
Very good.
Good girl.
Oh, did you see that?
No.
She looked at the dog, turned around, and kept working.
Hey. Good girl.
Awesome.
Good girl. Get her to sit. Once she's up there.
Nice.
Good girl.
Nice.
Now get her to sit. Oh, good girl. Good girl.
Again,
Good
the most
jelly.
powerful part about all this is that she just learned that particular cat, I think. I don't think we put her on this before.
No, we
And
haven't.
she's able
Ever.
to do it in the presence of Degas.
Yes.
And two other
And
dogs.
two other dogs. Yeah, exactly. And earlier she was
And
able
look
to.
at her body language.
Yep. And earlier she was able to do her business and all that, and she was fine.
But now
rolling.
she's invested in the food. You can see she is invested in the food right now.
Yes.
Right? She's decided to.
Yeah, she is invested.
Yeah, see how you have her now? She's all of a sudden the food has some value at this point. Good girl. Now you can see what the German Shepherd did, right?
Yep.
He got the Hershey Mountain Dog fired up, and then look at how Jellybean responded.
She only looked.
I know, that's you can't ask for better than that.
I think I made a good call today earlier by saying that we would not take her to the dog park earlier today.
She didn't get worn out.
Exactly. So
Now
she'd be.
Here comes a couple more dogs that are coming in.
Yeah.
It's going to get a zoo in a minute here. I don't like the energy that's going in there. There's going to be a
Should we
fight.
like move
Yeah,
that
I
up?
don't like what I feel right now.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah.
There either won't be or there will be, but look at all the dogs that are starting to go in.
Yep.
You're getting a lot of energy going in there. See
Well,
how
it's
he's already
nice that
choking the
it-
dog? He's already got
Yeah.
the dog at choke chain. Look at him. He's got him
Uh,
strung up right now. Look at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
See that?
Yeah, I see. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I see. Yep.
It's going to get interesting. And here comes a pit.
Oh.
Oh, it's going to get interesting in there.
Well, it's nice that over these last couple of years, that of any of the fracases that have occurred at the dog park, none of them have involved
Does
Miss
she
Jelly.
stay away from it?
Yeah, she does. She does not go join.
This
She
one,
stays
let's see how
out.
she does here, right? Because now you've got multiple dogs. You see what I told you? Did I
Yes,
tell you?
you called
You
it.
got to fight.
You called it. Yeah.
Well,
Jelly's doing so well.
you know, look, this dog's giving
I
Davis
know.
the stink eye.
Yeah, exactly.
She's doing great. So she's checking the dogs out, but look at her behavior. Good girl. Good
I'm so
girl.
proud of her.
And that dog's running like, look, boing boing. Look at the bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that something I'm supposed to chase? Am I supposed to chase that? Look how relaxed she is. That's perfect.
I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of you too, honey. I'm proud of both of you. You're a great team. Yes, you are.
Oh, he lost his dog. He just caught him.
Oh, really?
The dog got away from him.
Oh.
Oh, for a second. Boing, boing, boing.
Now, yeah, look at her. Look at your girl laying down. This is a parade right here. Look at this people. This is a parade. One dog after the other. Look at her. So you got a Goldie, and you got a Terrier, and you got a Pit Bull, and you have what else is over there? I don't know what that is. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl.
She's doing great.
I could see she was starting to lift herself up, and then
Settle her in. I mean, that's, look at her. She'll kill now. It's like, bring them on. Bring the dogs on.
Well, this was certainly a success.
Yeah.
and it just takes practice, like Mary said.
And the other thing that she can get classically conditioned to is the sound of that gate opening and closing. So, right, because that could mean a dog's coming in or a dog's going out.
Right.
And she's responding. She turned and looked when she heard the gate, but then you got this nice response.
Well, that's a sound she's familiar with from the other dog park as well, that same metal gate opening, closing.
The difference is she's not going into the
No,
park.
she is
That's
not.
This is the big difference, is she's outside the park today.
And she's doing good.
And you
She's
see,
not all
I don't know if you've
frustrated.
noticed, a lot of dogs that get up towards the fence, they start responding. And
Yes.
the minute that people take the leash off and they let them in, then they're fine.
Yeah, that's right.
You see when they go to get up there, there's fence fighting and there's all that.
I haven't noticed her doing that. Have you, honey? She's fine when before we take her in the park. She does not going crazy. She's happy to be there. You can see she's all like,
Yeah.
She knows where she is and she
It's
loves
more
it.
just
But she's
being on leash.
yeah, but she doesn't go nuts before we take her in, which is nice.
Yeah, that's good. Because a lot of the dogs, you see that happen. And then once they're in, they settle in. Now look at her.
Aw,
Jeez. Beautiful thing.
it is. These have been just isolated little incidents where
Yeah.
when you don't expect it, it just suddenly crops up.
Well, like the bulldog incident, I was like, ah!
Yeah.
But you saw examples of what we were talking about
Absolutely.
earlier,
Absolutely.
but it can be controlled. We
But
can
you
see that.
See, Davis got closer and closer.
Yeah.
And she's chill pill.
Oh yeah.
Good girl. Good girl, Jellybean. Good job, young lady. Good. Nice. Good girl.
Not too shabby, eh, Irene?
Not too bad at all.
Not too bad.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Oh, cheese. Cheese, please. That's her attitude. Cheese, please. Oh, very good. Aw.
That's good though. She's responding beautifully.
She is. Aw.
I'll do a little bit of it. I'll do it from a distance and then we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of tug with Degas.
Okay.
I'm going to give you another stick of cheese. And then you can just give her little bits of cheese as she responds the way she's doing right now for you.
Yep.
And again, you can give her pieces like that big, and that's plenty.
Yep.
Plenty big. You could even break them up so you get multiple reinforcements.
Yep.
Yep.
So that she doesn't go through the whole
Very
quite
good.
so-
Isn't that right? Hector just, he doesn't seem to get the whole gender thing.
You can have her even if you want her on the pedestal, and Or you can have her just so she can kind of see. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Good girl, Jelly.
Good boy. Good boy.
Yay!
Yes.
Get her up all the way. Get her up all the way. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, yes. Good boy, Dingus. Good boy. Doing great.
Hi, little girl.
Not at all. That dog is attacking this. Dingus, attack. Yes. Yes. I'm getting tired now. I'm getting tired. He's done. He's tired.
Well, that worked out well.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That was great.
That's a lot of energy.
Yeah. Yeah, she was fine. Good girl, Jelly. Good girl. Good girl.
That was beautiful because that was a lot. Me tugging and really getting him invested. What's this? Oh, there you go. This is my turn. This is my turn.
Okay.
My turn.
Thanks, Irene.
Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Oh. Time for a tug. Time for a tug. Time for a tug. Good girl. Whoa. Good girl. Good girl.
There was a couple times where she was wanting to go over there.
Just to play.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
It's a good girl.
Good girl.
Good
But I was able to, like, she started to move towards you and Dagus, and I was able to get her back. So.
Awesome.
Well, another successful session has reached another successful conclusion. Yay! Tug at the end. Yay!
Good girl.
Yay! Yay!
Get it.